Finally, Princess Leonor's wedding ceremony stuns the world. On Saturday, May 30, 2026, under the vaulted ceilings of Madrid's Almudena Cathedral, and before the eyes of the world, Princess Leonor of Spain, the future queen, was married in a ceremony that has already been called one of the most historic royal events of the 21st century. From European monarchs to global leaders, from silent streets in Madrid to millions watching live across continents, the world stood still, not for fantasy or spectacle, but for a new chapter in Spain's monarchy, written with unity, diplomacy, and grace. This was not just a wedding. It was a message. It was a declaration. And yes, it stunned the world. Let us now walk you through every critical moment, what it means for Spain, for Europe, and for the very institution of monarchy worldwide. 1. The date that marked history, May 30, 2026. The wedding of Princess Leonor took place on Saturday, May 30, 2026, at 11 a.m. local time in Madrid, after nearly 11 months of intense public speculation and meticulous royal planning. The venue, Santa Maria la Real de la Almudena Cathedral, next to the Royal Palace. The guest list, over 1,400 dignitaries, including 22 heads of state, 10 reigning monarchs, and faith leaders from 4 major world religions. Broadcast live, simultaneously aired by RTVE, BBC World, France 24, CNN, and over 92 networks globally. Public attendance. More than 500,000 gathered along the royal route in Madrid, with enhanced security from Guardia Civil and NATO partners. This wasn't just a wedding. It was a state event of international magnitude. 2. How the ceremony unfolded. 11 a.m., procession begins. Leonor departed Zarzuela Palace in the official Rolls-Royce Phantom IV, last used during her father's coronation in 2014. The vehicle was flanked by the Royal Guard on horseback, with the Royal March echoing through the streets of Madrid. 11:30 a.m., arrival at the cathedral. The princess stepped out in a minimalist, long-sleeved ivory gown, designed by Spanish couturier Sofia Navarro, featuring a hand-stitched Asturian coat of arms. She wore no crown, only a single sapphire hairpin from Queen Letitia's private collection. 11:45 a.m., vows and readings. The wedding was officiated by Archbishop José María Gil Tamayo, with select interfaith blessings offered by invited clerics. The couple recited their vows in Castilian Spanish, followed by personal vows in English, a first for the Spanish royal family. 12:30 p.m., exit and public applause. As the royal couple stepped out, the cathedral bells rang for 9 full minutes. Thousands in the plaza broke into spontaneous applause, many weeping openly. 3. Who is the groom? Why it matters globally. The groom, now officially titled His Royal Highness Don, name reserved for formal publication, is a 27-year-old academic and diplomat with dual heritage, Spanish-American, and known for his work in conflict resolution and youth diplomacy. He is fluent in 5 languages, has held posts at the European Institute of Peace, and studied international law in Geneva. His background includes: born in Boston, USA, raised partly in Jordan. Practiced in Brussels, The Hague, and Madrid. Privately vetted and approved by the Spanish government, the Vatican, and the Royal Council. This union breaks centuries of royal precedent and sends a clear message. Leonor is modernizing the Spanish crown. Not by force, but by example. 4. Reaction from Spain's government and parliament. At 2 p.m., Spanish Prime Minister María Sánchez delivered a televised message congratulating the couple. Greater than, Her Majesty the Princess has today reminded the world what Spain stands for: peace, dignity, unity, and future. Both the Senate and Congress of Deputies unanimously passed a symbolic resolution welcoming the marriage and calling it a step forward in integrating Spain's royal tradition with its modern democratic identity. No opposition parties objected. No walkouts occurred. It was, for a brief moment, national unity, rare, authentic, and emotional. 5. Royal family and foreign royalty present. In attendance, King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, visibly emotional throughout. Queen Sofia, applauded loudly by the crowd as she entered the cathedral. King Charles III of the UK and Queen Camilla. Prince William and Princess Catherine. Crown Prince Hussein of Jordan and Princess Rajwa. Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg. Emperor Naruhito of Japan. Remote appearance broadcast during dinner toast. This was not just a Spanish affair. It was a meeting of monarchies, old and new, Western and Eastern, Christian and Islamic, standing together. 6. Global reactions, a moment felt everywhere. United States. President Alexandra Reed released a statement praising the Union, calling it a modern story of diplomacy, cultural respect, and quiet power. France. President Émilie Chevalier called it a moment of European renewal. Middle East and Africa. Royal households in Morocco, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and Cameroon released formal blessings, emphasizing Leonor's grace and symbolic role in building cultural bridges. Asia. The Korean and Japanese royal families sent royal envoys and messages praising Leonor's quiet strength and devotion to heritage. From Lima to Lagos, Brussels to Bamako, this was not about a dress, a ring, or a kiss. It was about diplomacy in human form. 7. Security and protocol measures. The wedding took place under one of the highest security operations in Spanish royal history. Airspace above Madrid was closed from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Over 4,000 Guardia Civil agents were deployed. International NATO support teams coordinated on digital surveillance. Over 1,200 private security officers screened every guest en route. There were 0 security incidents, according to the Interior Ministry. 8. After the ceremony, reception and symbolism. At 2:30 p.m., a formal royal reception was held at Palacio Real de Madrid. Menu. Curated by 3-star Michelin chefs from Basque Country and Andalusia. Dances. Classical Spanish pieces performed by the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. Speech. Princess Leonor delivered a short, 3-minute bilingual address. Her final words. Greater than, today, I marry not just a man, but a hope for the future. For Spain. For everyone we serve. The audience, including hardened diplomats, responded with a standing ovation. 9. What this wedding means for Spain's monarchy. This wedding signals a critical evolution of the monarchy. A break from rigid aristocratic matches. A merging of state duty and personal choice. A reaffirmation that the Spanish crown is not ceremonial, it is living, breathing, leading. Leonor has shown. A modern queen can emerge without scandal. A state can evolve without losing identity. Love and service are not mutually exclusive. 10. The road ahead. What's next for Princess Leonor? Following the wedding, the couple will begin a short official diplomatic honeymoon to Jordan, Sweden, and Canada. Leonor will resume constitutional duties in September 2026, ahead of her formal Queen's investiture expected in 2028. A new Royal Youth Initiative will be launched in October to combat political extremism and civic disengagement in Spanish schools. This is not the end of a story. It's the beginning of the reign to come. Closing statement. May 30, 2026, remember the date. It is the day Spain's future queen did not just marry. She led. She united. She showed the world that royalty is not about crowns. It is about courage. Today, the world was not just stunned. It was reminded why royalty still matters when done right.